people in stock photos. What's the weirdest way you've seen your photos being used? I ended up finding myself on one of those now hiring posts on Facebook for a company I was trying to get hired at. He's literally the guy in the picture. So did you get the job lol? Not me, but my best friend. He did a photo shoot in some construction worker garb and a hard hat. We live in North Carolina, USA. I'm on a business trip in Chicago, and I stopped by a Walmart for some supplies. I'm in the men's work clothes aisle and there's my buddy prominently on the wrapping of 50-ish packages of work shirts. It was a weird wait, where am I moment. I knew he did some modeling, but not specifics. I sent him a pic. He had no idea it had been used. The guy is in every Walmart in the country and had no idea. Damn, he famous. My cousin took a photo of me wrestling my sister at a family reunion a few years back and it somehow wound up on an online forum about domestic abuse. I had a few of my friends messaging me who were obviously very confused lol. Why were a few of your friends on a domestic abuse forum? Face without mouth. This is hilarious. What did your friends say? Are they afraid of you now lol? I'm on the opposite end. I'm a graphic designer, so I spend a lot of time on stock photo sites and I have so many questions. Some of the photos I've seen, there's no possible context that would make sense for them to be used anywhere. Why can't I hold all these lines is what comes to my mind first here. Examples PLZ. My family did a stock photo shoot when our kids were young. Like 1 and 3. A picture they took on our porch ended up in the opening credits for The Americans. That's pretty cool. Has anybody you know ever noticed it on the show and asked you, dude, I know what photo you're talking about, that is badass. My ex used to work with a local photographer who is apparently pretty well known. He took a photo of me and my family and now it's a permanent piece at the New Mexico Museum of Art in Santa Fe. So strange. I wonder how many people's houses I'm in. I don't live too far from there. Now I kinda wanna search for that picture next time I go. My friend was in a stock photo where he held up a baby picture, and it got used for an anti-circumcision ad campaign. Was pretty shocked when I saw his face on the side of a bus. I'm legitimately in tears laughing at this. It's just so absurd to see your friend's face on the side of bus being anti-circumcision. In the military, some cameraman tagged along on a mission. Like 4 years later I saw footage of me in a gun turret on the news. I guess news broadcasters oftentimes just play generic combat footage and photos that look Middle Eastern-y enough and rightly assume nobody will notice that the shots were taken months or years before the actual incident they are talking about. I'm in an ad campaign in my home state in Australia for the government. I'm the face of don't buy alcohol for underage people. It's just me looking like a dad who's thinking of buying a drink, obviously for a teenager somewhere. Ironically, I don't actually have my own kids. I get emails from people I haven't heard from in years saying I saw you on the wall of the bottle shop, which is kinda funny. Mayo, I see this exact ad every second day. Sup dad, waving hand. Bottle shop is now my go-to phrase for the liquor store. I have some friends that found one of their wedding pictures from Facebook somehow printed on a pillow in a market in a Middle Eastern country. Like, they just randomly happened upon their wedding photo in a random street market. They are from the U. Okay, but did they buy the pillow? This is the best one emo. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content. I googled my husband's name and a picture of him has been mistaken and mislabeled as Encolter's husband. Hahaha, now we're talking. Just to confirm, is your name not Encolter? My husband and I did stock photos when I was pregnant with our first. I ended up seeing myself later on the side of a bus as well as in a pamphlet for young moms. Flattering. At my doctor's office. The more interesting part, though, is that my husband took part in another family shoot. Various poses, cooking in the kitchen, etc. Years later I was looking up a colleague on Facebook and her cover photo was her and my husband chopping vegetables in a stock photo. I have questions. Was she pretending it was a genuine family photo? Why was she doing the shoot? Did you realize your paths had crossed before you worked together? Or had she faked herself into the photo? Like she photoshopped herself in? Or she had also been at the shoot? I had my photo taken in high school studying with my friend at the time. Almost 5 years later, my brother said I was in the county brochure for library services. The picture was most likely chosen cause of the diversity. Asian girl and a black girl. Oh, this reminded me of my college in the UK. They used a photo of two non-white students taken by an in-house photographer on the front page of their international students office brochure. The issue is that both students in that photo were British, born and raised. They were not happy. A cool story happened in Belarus a few years ago. Some designers used stock photo for a school workbook cover. But as the book was about Belarusian society, they erased a black guy from the original image to have only white people. It was a kind of small scandal when was uncovered. Edit. Spelling. I got used as a person with intellectual disabilities. I also did not know my photo was going to be used for anything. Maybe your inability to make medium-term memories is why this was a shock to you. For months all the ads when I logged into Facebook were for a class action lawsuit for genital gangrene. Just some poor stock photo model's big face with genital gangrene scrawled across it. So it could have been worse. I didn't even know I was in a stock photo until my grandma bought a picture frame at Sears with my T-ball team picture in it. They saved her a step. Now I wonder if I am in one too. In college, a photography student took some pictures of me playing classical guitar. I ended up in a Viagra ad. I was 19. College must have been rough. Wait, I used a Viagra ad with a person playing guitar in it for a photography project in high school unknowingly and then realized what it was years later. Was this the ad? Mayo https://imgur, P94Z4C9. One of my daughters has a few stock photos out there. It's always odd seeing her face unexpectedly. It doesn't happen super regularly, but it makes me double take when it happens. My teenage daughter worked as an extra in a Netflix show that's coming out in May. I told her I'd watch it, but will probably only be searching the background crowds for her and her friend. I was on a brochure to promote my company once. It was the generic look to your left and smile at the camera while you work type of shot. I don't feel comfortable with lying. A friend of ours was in a commercial for herpes medication a couple of years after we graduated college, and we recognized him randomly while watching a show with my mother-in-law. We were like, hey, it's our friend. From school. We went to a school with strong religious ties and my mother-in-law is very religious. Right after we said this, my mother-in-law was appalled and said, wait, he has herpes. It should be painful to be that stupid for the person who is, in fact, that stupid. When I was a senior in high school, I was chosen to do a stock photo shoot for a big health company. They didn't tell me what they were going to use my pictures for. I was just excited to get free clothes and a tiny bit of cash. The way I found out how they used my photo was when I went to the gynecologist about a year later and saw my picture on the wall. I was the face of teenage pregnancy counseling. Edit. I was definitely not pregnant. I actually think I was still a virgin when the photo shoot happened. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content. I remember seeing this on Reddit somewhere, but a guy submitted a stock photo of himself as a joke. Now it's used as almost every picture representing guys who can't get dates in articles. Edit. Thanks to you Fish Tuxedo who found this. https://www.reddit.com Inceltes comments B6ZRJC thought you guys would appreciate this. UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals IOSAP. There was also another redditor whose stock photo was used on vibrator batteries. https://www.reddit.com Will that sucks comments a 4x2df. That time I modeled for a clip art company at 16. Something similar happened to a cracked writer. https://www.cracked.com blog how Google image search made me world famous moron. Back when cracked was funny. The university took a bunch of professional photos of me and some friends for their billboards and campaigns. I was pretty surprised to open a handbook and find out I was the face of their fine arts program, especially pottery. I was a neuroscience major. The same thing happened to me at my college, except it was just a general brochure about the campus. Grandma put it on the fridge. She was so proud of my short stint as a model. As someone who does graphic design at a university, I can confirm that this happens all the time. Even if we have caption info, rear, we usually choose photos for visual effect, not narrative accuracy. I let a photographer friend take a stock photo of me. I looked sad in it and it ended up on some website about victims of abuse. What kind of abuse? This sounds interesting. This happened to me as a kid. A friend of my mom. They smeared dirt on my face and said pretend I rode dirt bikes. My whole family modeled back in the 80s. Somehow my dad ended up in a brochure for some born-again church that said he was a sinner and adulterer until he found Jesus. Edit. This thing blew up. Thanks for my first gold, kind stranger. I found a photo from my private FB account on a news article, then a stock image site. It was a helicopter I worked on out in the snow in Minnesota. They said it was Afghanistan in the article. I disputed the photo, but it's still there. I no longer post photos on FB because of this. Edit. I just did a Google machine search for it and it popped up as the second picture. It's on multiple sites, even a .gov. The money isn't what bothers me. My FB profile is pretty locked down and the photo is on multiple sites with a made up story. You can probably get lawyers involved and have it taken care of. Sucks you can't just do it the decent way. I remember a guy made a post about this because he was on a meme. Then he showed us all the photos he was in because it was a royalty-free stock photo. If I find the thread, I'll link it. NVM. Someone else found it. Was that Hide the Pain Harold? Yay please. At my former company, a middle-aged black woman agreed to take a photo looking melancholy and ended up on the section of the employee arbitration agreement of the employee handbook. So you just see a title with employee disputes and it's her looking somewhat beeped. Did she have to dispute the issue? This is hilarious. We need to hear from that hipster who complained that a stock photo of him was used in an article about how all hipsters end up looking the same. And X200B. Turned out the photo wasn't actually of him, just another hipster who looked exactly the same. And X200B. Edit. Got the story. https://www.register.co. Up the 6th of March 2019. Hipsters all look the same. Fact. Confused. It was actually a guy who complained about a photo of his being used, but it turned out to be a stock photo of another guy dressed as a hipster. To make it worse, the original guy didn't self-identify as a hipster. That's awesome. How long did he complain before he realized? I hope it went on for weeks. Before the 2016 election, my apartment was getting tons of political mailers and pamphlets in the mail daily on who what to vote for. I was going through the mail one day and see what looks like my roommate on a flyer that supported increasing taxes in order to fund homeless shelters. I was so confused because it was definitely her. Same moles. She was in an army uniform, never served in the military, and she definitely wasn't homeless. Turns out she had taken some stock photos for a photographer in exchange for free headshots. We still have the mailer up on our fridge. I see this and I think of Joey from Friends and his STD poster. What Mario isn't telling you. VD. Nice. Please smash the subscribe button to enjoy daily AskReddit content.